normal. Let me now bring in the chairman of KIPEDA, and that is Joseph Karanja, to just also weigh in on this issue around the hard times ahead for Kenyans, even as we bring you this developing story where tax rates will be revised come January 2021, where Kenyans will have to pay 30% when it comes to your income tax. By income tax, I mean this is the tax you pay out of your monthly salary. This is for salaried Kenyans who will be having to pay 30% of their income. And of course, during the COVID pandemic, this was revised to 25%, but the government is now saying it will be going back to 30%. Let me bring in Mr. Karanja to just also give us his views on this matter around the hard times ahead for Kenyans.
Oh, thank you very much. I think about the resumption of taxing the people is not very timely, because the times are still not yet good. People are still trying to, struggling to get up again from what the COVID effects came with. And people are still trying to reorganize now to catch up with the new normal. And we are not ready yet. And for those who are still very weak, this now may just bury them completely. And you find that instead of, getting more, you will end up losing, because if you find somebody who is sick and very weak, not strong enough to get some shocks, then you subject him to those shocks again. You are actually you'll actually kill him, and there are very little chances that many businesses will survive or many people will make it up again.
Interesting.
So it is not the right time.
So what would be your proposal going forward? Is it that on one hand the government says they need this much needed revenue? So far the government has lost about 65 billion shillings since they put in place this tax waiver, actually this tax holiday in quotes. And on the other hand, you have an economy that is yet to pick up properly after the harsh effects the pandemic had on the economic situation in the country. How do we balance the act?
I think instead of going back to the already weak people, and the system still is not strong enough to manage the people, I believe that if given a chance, these people who are trying so hard to stand up again, if given a chance, they will find a way. And if the government allows people to venture into other ways of living and, to adapt into new ways of living, they will now extend the taxes to the new areas which are bound to come, but not going back to struggle, which the things that are already weak.
All right.
I think Kenyans are very energetic, and they see many things. They will still survive. Now, instead of struggling what is trying to come up, the government should open ways and allow, create an environment where people will now move, will be allowed to move and make new ways of income, and then the government can tax from there.
All right, definitely very interesting place to be as a country. And when we look at the big picture, of course, the Treasury also projects that the economy will be hitting the levels of about 6% growth come 2021. And there is a feeling that as much as there are concessions that were made by the government to cushion Kenyans, is it time for the government also to have a bigger conversation around the tax rates? Because Kenya, out of
what is still existing there. But I know very well that there is so much in ourselves. as Kenyans. And the government should not really focus on what is going on, but allow people to come with new ideas. That is where now you can base, and within a very short time, when people are able to, to stand their grounds, then definitely everybody will be getting to a new level, such that I still think the idea is still not very wise as of now.
All right. Thank you for your perspective, sir. And of course, we'll continue engaging with you as we progress with the program. And we'll take a pause on that conversation for a short while. But let's move on to some more stories. Well, commuters at the busy Likoni ferry crossing channel are set to get a reprieve as the government plans to launch the use of Liwatoni